the cabin. Brendan had done some creative work by charming the child, who then metamorphosized into a large horned blue-skinned creature. Fight broke out. Wolves joined in. You guys drove off the winter wolves, and drove off this creature. It flew as it was flying. It flew upwards and turned invisible, seemingly fleeing. You started to look around and about, and just overheard Winzira kind of squeak out, "Sure, I can do that." And you heard the strumming of her lute in a kind of chords that you have heard her before when she casts spells. And that is pretty much where we left it off.
Well, yeah, Mick, and it dawned on me after we got off the call last week.
Yeah.
What creature is? I was having a brain fart. I couldn't think of what it was, and I was like, you know what? Nope, I know what it is.
Alrighty. All right.
I mean, it doesn't help us on fighting it, really, but I just know what it is now.
So you guys are out of combat, so it's just about Kaz. You're got a few seconds left where your giant might will fail, and Thea's still got the burning sphere up. I believe that's also a minute long, so
Correct.
That's got a few more seconds on it past.
Yeah, because I was at 5 rounds, I think, of my giant's might.
Yep.
Because I would have like 5 rounds left.
Yeah, but so we came out of combat.
Oh, we did?
Yep.
Yeah, you never said. I didn't realize we came out of combat.
Yeah, I thought we were still in combat.
We were still in. Like we didn't.
Just disappeared.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when I just didn't know that we were out of combat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then that's cool. I should have went back and listened to my own recording. Which I usually do, but I didn't. Okay, so fine. We're in combat still. Then. So, Bryn, you get a free action. If we didn't come out of... You would have gotten a free action here. A free round here.
Okay.
As far as you know, this is before you hear Winzira.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Let me refresh my Roll20. It might not be live.
Oh, it's not, because you guys are... I didn't put you on the right page.
I was like...
That's on me.
So I know how long the map takes to load, so I was like... gotta refresh
and Rebecca, this map is going to take a little bit to load because it's freaking huge.
It's big. It's a cool map. Like, honestly, it's a very cool map. A lot of things on it, but it's huge, so it just takes a while to load.
Sounds good.
You're up there, Windsor.
Oh, it's dark.
Can you not see? Oh, hang on. You got night vision. Why would it be?
Oh, there we go.
Sorry about that.
All good.
All good. I'm just looking at my slots really quick. Okay. So a few things. You said I get a free action.
Well, you would have had a free round. I thought I pulled you guys out of combat, but if I didn't, then you would have actually had a go before Winzira did her spell casting thing.
Aha.
But you have no idea where she is, and she's clearly completely out of line of sight of everybody else. Because she had snuck around the back well earlier in the fight.
Okay. So I don't want a metagame. So would I even know to perceive? Would my character even have the thought to perceive her?
Probably. I mean, you got 6 seconds, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's been out of your line of sight for several rounds.
Right. Okay. I'm just trying to contextualize just to make my action the best that I can do. So have I heard, this is technically before I hear her cast any type of spell or any type of incantation, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And I am completely oblivious and unsure as to the location, because I remember from last time that I pointed out that the guy maybe a round or two ago was around this area.
Correct.
And since that time, so a few things have happened. People have shot a few things, and he's disappeared. So I believe that the best thing to do for the group would be to use my action to try to perceive where he is.
Okay.
And I think, is there snow on the ground around my feet?
Yes.
I'm just gonna. Is the snow a packed type of snow or a powdery type of snow, just in general? Which one?
Kind of old snow, like not fresh tracks type stuff. Maybe a couple days old. So
sure. So I'll grab
crusty.
crusty, some of it, and easily break apartable.
Yeah.
So I'll grab it and break apart a bunch of it, and I'm gonna throw it into the general direction in like a cone shape where I believe him to be,
Sure.
and try to use that to assist my ability to perceive him, because I believe he's invisible but around somewhere.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna try to get the point tool to work.
No, I got you.
I'm gonna throw in this general area up in the air and try to perceive him and use my action to make a perception check.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a perception.
Cool. Bring up the character sheet and go to the core.
Yeah, so you toss this snow out, and it kind of blankets around. Some of it hits Kaz. Ashala kind of dances out of the way of it, like as if it, like, you're throwing acid. But most of it kind of drifts and floats. What gets over by the flaming sphere melts right away, but you get a big waft of it. You specifically are looking for it to hit anything or to kind of stop unnaturally and whatnot.
Right.
And you do not see that happen at all. And it's not because you just missed it. You're watching all this snow. There does not appear to be anything in that general vicinity that would have stopped the snow flight.
Okay. So then I'll use my free action or any type of interaction to just shout aloud to the group, he's not in this area. And if I have movement, I'll move around to aid my description of it to them. They would clearly see me throw the snow. Kaz got some on him. They would see the area I'd be referencing, and I would say, hey, I tried my best. He's not here. I know that for a fact. Let's look elsewhere. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. So, Winzira, I kind of already did your turn, as I mentioned. You see that guy in front of you, who now appears to be one of your best long-lost friends. And he asked you to heal him. So you did, casting Healing Word on him.
I also give him a hug. Can't forget that.
Yes, thank you, little one.
No problem.
Let's play a game and don't tell your friends where I am.
I like playing games.
All right, so that would bring us to Filbert in the order then.
All right. So as a group, we heard Winzira's voice come from elsewhere.
Give a perception check from inside there. Since you're inside the house and she's outside and around the back of it.
Okay. 12.
You probably didn't make out anything. You may have heard some muffled stuff if you used an entire action to kind of listen. I would say that, you would hear something outside, but not be sure exactly what.
Okay. No big deal.
Passive perception wise,
yeah.
I wouldn't think that you'd be able to hear that through the wall.
All right, but I did hear.
You could hear Brendan because he did shout out to you through the open door. Absolutely.
15, 20. How tall is the house?
25 feet. Probably at the top.
All right. So 20. Be another climb. All right. I would like to use my dash action and potentially my bonus action dash to climb up onto the roof of the house. If I see any spot that makes sense, that I would be able to do that if I came out through this side door here.
Sure.
I guess actually maybe this corner might be my best bet. And just scurry up. So if it's 25 feet, half a climb speed, so that would take me both dashes to get up to the top.
Yeah. Hang on, I'm just looking up something. Okay. Since it is kind of icy and whatnot, give a athletics. No, acrobatics.
Okay.
It's fairly easy, so the DC is 10. All right, so you make
Okay.
it.
Cool.
All right, yeah. So you slip a little bit, but you kind of scramble up, and you are able to make the corner of the roof. So we'll just put you one of these little guys to say that you're on the roof, so you can move through the building as if it was a roof. It is gabled with the kind of a here. That's not going to help. I got to do it this way. There's kind of the gabling is along there.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it slopes it slopes this way and it slopes this way from there.
To the left and right.
Yep. Along that center line there.
All right. And then I will just keep my eyes open to see if and my ears.
Sure.
If I see or hear anything further.
Okay. All right, it is our illustrious cleric's turn. Oh, Winzira, you have a giant. Currently, you have a giant badger under your control over here.
Yay.
Now, would Thea have been able to hear where the music came from, or remembered where the last place
She would not have remembered the last place, most likely, but I would say with her passive perception, she definitely heard the thrumming of the lute from somewhere. It's sounding, I would say, on the other side of the house.
Okay. In that case, she would say that she would yell out that that I believe Windzira's on the other side of the house. Then let's see. 30. To move her, that's with the dash action, that's like 50 feet, and then peek around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And peeking around the corner, I'm guessing I see them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
And I'll be like, yeah, definitely back here. And then bonus action move. I believe the flaming sphere goes, what,
20
30
feet.
20 feet. No, it's 30.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That's right. Spiritual weapons 20.
Wait, but it's above that. It's actually up in the air though too. Forgot about that.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because he was above the house, so it was smashing into him.
Okay.
So I'll move it above the house. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 15, 20, 25, 30. So it's inside the house right now, but technically out above the house.
So when it was smashing into him, that was when he was coming down and flying down and attacking at 10 feet. But anyway, let's keep it moving.
Oh.
That's fine. I don't recall exactly how high that thing was, and I don't feel like getting into it. So that's fine. It's above the house. At 30 feet, it's now just above the house. As in, like, just above the house.
Oh, okay. So
It's 5 feet above the house. So if you're going to leave it at 5 feet above the house, just be aware with the way that spell works.
Oh, yeah, true.
That it's 5 feet above the house. Above a thatched roof cottage.
20, 25. All right, so it's there then.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't have said that if it was Tara, because if she, but shit happens. But if you light the thing up on fire and it's not your character, then I would feel bad.
All right, and I believe that would do it because that's action, bonus action, and movement. So yeah.
Okay. Shala.
All right. So did I hear Windzira?
What's your passive is 10?
Pretty sure. Yeah.
Didn't Kaz say something just now too?
Thea did. That
Thea
you would have heard Thea.
All right. So I will. But do I know where? She said she's inside.
No, I think she specifically she said
behind the house.
She's
Behind. All right.
Yeah, she said out back or behind.
Behind.
I think she said over here is what she said.
Okay.
All right. Well, I am going to head back there. So I can't really see. So I am going to head behind the house. I'm pretty sure this is the way that they was saying. Yeah, because I can't see anymore because the ball of light is out above the house.
Right, and you don't have any dark vision or anything like that, right?
Me?
Yeah.
I
Right.
do, but only like 60 feet and all the shadows. Like I can't see anything.
No, then there's the problem. Then it's not working.
Yeah,
You should be able to see.
I can see a little bit, but
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, that's just because you're on the edge of that. That's
Yeah.
the edge of the house.
Yeah, you just need perspective.
If you move
Oh,
over
okay.
like that, see, then you can see.
Oh, all right. Cool. It was like all broken up, and I'm like, I can't see.
Yeah, if you move over another 5 feet, you'll be able to see this. That's the side of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let me see how far I have gone. At this point,
You're here. So that's 15 to there.
I mean,
You could get all the way to there.
yeah, that is where I'm trying to head. So I'm trying to head back to where Zero is. If I could take a dash action, right?
Yep.
And then go another 30 feet.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to back do that then. And go back here. And so now I see him, right? And I had a held action. So the next time that I saw him, I could attack with Eldritch Blast. Can I use that? It's also my turn, but
You use the dash action,
yeah.
so that's
True.
your action.
All right.
If Eldritch Blast is a
I had it as a held action from last turn, though, but it is my
then
turn.
it didn't
again,
work.
so
Yeah.
All right.
Then
Yeah.
that
All
goes
right.
away.
Yeah. No worries.
Only if you had a bonus action. So anything that you can
Yeah.
do with a bonus action, you could do right now.
Okay. So now I'm back there. So I am going to be like, when zero, like, what are you doing back here? Who is this guy?
Okay. All right. Cool. Kaz.
Azarino.
All right. I will take off running towards the back. So 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. $50 with the dash action.
Okay.
And I can see them now. So hold on. Go. 55. And about as good as I'm going to be able to get. 55.
Cool.
Do just gonna say in giant, how dare you run from me, you cowardly fool.
Okay. I'd say give me just an intimidation to see how intimidating you are when you say it.
Do it. I forgot certain giants respect different shit. I can't remember all the ones different ones.
23.
Okay.
Not bad.
Okay. Not bad at all.
That boy Kaz.
It's one thing fighters are good at. It's intimidation and athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
Take Bikini Bottom and push it over here. Fighter skill set.
All right. Well, let me see then now. All right. Well, okay. It is his turn. So Kaz, I would say Ashala Winzira, you wouldn't be surprised as much by this because you just kind of cast a spell on him, and your buddy now you're relieved to see that he's not so beat up. And even Thea around the corner, he looks infinitely better than he did the last time you saw him. And even as you're watching, you see some of his smaller, even the wounds that are left on him, kind of even pulling and retracting. And the skin around them kind of now is a lighter blue as opposed to the harsh red and bruising that was showing on him before. He looks at you, Kaz, acknowledging your taunt, and he kind of points at you, and he just kind of looks at this. It is noted, pretender to giant kind. And with that, he again, he disappears. Okay. All right, Brendan.
Son of a bitch keeps disappearing right before my turn. Okay. All right. We're not out of ideas. We're never out of ideas. So let's look at spell slots remaining. Okay. So I notice everyone moving to the back. I obviously hear this convo, the giant nonsense that I may or may not understand. Don't have my languages in front of me. Probably not. Let's be honest. So I just hear guttural shouting. So I'm going to move in that direction. 5. Sorry, bear with me. 10.
Now you speak Elven, Common, Celestial, and Abysmal.
Abysmal. Yeah, that's how I play, not the language I speak. 20. 25, right? And 30. So I'm going to move my max movement. Let me just scroll up, see what I see here. Just barely anything. Right. And I'm I'm going to use kind of their body language, their general area. They're all facing, maybe the direction they're facing. And I'm going to do similar type deal. I'm going to try to perceive them. I don't want to burn a spell slot with a held spell action.
Okay.
So I want to assist in perceiving him somehow. So I feel like I'm going to do the same thing. There's snow at my feet. It's crumbleable. I want to pick the general area that the guy is, and see if I can. I'm going to pack it in a little bit more, maybe.
Yeah.
Not just.
You can get it at about 15 feet, probably. I mean, that's pretty generous for a snowball.
That's true. Let me think about this then. Is the area they're facing? I'm sorry, this area
They're
immediately
facing
in front
this
of me
way.
here. They're facing that way, or an area I can't see. Correct.
Yeah.
At my current point of
You
view.
can see Kaz facing around the corner from where you are standing now.
Well, I think that this. I would guess that this guy is trying to escape. So I am going to have a held action triggered to cast suggestion. If I see him in range, I need to see him in order to cast it. I know he could understand me because I've cast it on him before. So I'm gonna, and I think he's immediately escaping. If I see him, I'm gonna cast suggestion.
Okay.
That's my held action.
Cool. All right, Wind Zero. So these things right here, by the way, are the reason that you kind of came back here. You found like these kind of little piles with crosses. Clearly they look like graves, and you were had come back here originally to kind of scope those out and check it out before your friend came down, and your new friend that you seem to have known from your whole life.
That's right. Lady whose name I can't remember at the moment. I was just, hanging out with no one. As you can see. I was just checking out these, cross thingies. And I'm gonna just walk over here. See, look, I'm digging in the dirt right now. And I'll use my action to dig.
I use my action to dig.
Oh,
What's that?
I have a badger too. Badgers are good at digging, right?
Yep.
I think I'm gonna call my badger over to help me dig too.
Call it burrowing. They're all about it.
It's time to reanimate the dead.
All right, well, a giant badger can burrow 10 feet, and its normal speed is 30 feet, so if you tell it to dash over to you, you can almost get there.
Good badger.
You get to right there.
See, nothing going on here.
But your big friend, I thought, we were just fighting him.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've just been back here digging.
I just saw you. You weren't.
No, you're seeing things. It's okay. You're sick. It's fine.
Just gonna turn to Kaz. Did you? Am I? Shake her head.
Anything with a bonus action, Binzir? Oh, yeah, you moved the thing. Okay, never
Yes.
mind. All right, Filbert. Standing on the edge of the roof.
I'm going to scurry to the other side because I've heard everyone talking on the other side.
Yeep.
And
The archer with an arcane bow and the high ground. That's just great.
I only did 140 damage in 3 turns last week, so
I'm well aware, man.
What are you like level 15?
no. Just critting on sneak attacks. That's
Yeah,
all.
what a good idea to give him Hank's bow. What asshole did that?
Probably the same one that gave me Heartweavers, right?
And I don't see the large creature. I assume,
No,
correct?
looking down, you see a giant badger starting to nose at what is clearly a grave, and Winzira is already well digging in with her hands into another grave.
Of course she is. I would like to bonus action attempt to stealth on the roof. Kind of like get myself a little bit lower down to the actual roof line, and I would like to hold my action to fire a shot if I see that thing return.
Okay. Action is so held. All right, Thea.
All right, so
You've got like a frog in your throat tonight, Thea.
She sounds the
Thea's
same.
gonna take a 5-foot step or 10-foot move 10 feet to there,
Okay.
and she is going to cast 10 feet above, right here, because that's where he was.
I didn't see the mark. Okay, great.
Right there,
Yep.
but 10 feet in the air.
Yep.
By the thunder's light, let the fire, let the fairies get you.
Did you cast Fairy Fire?
Yeah.
Okay. 10 feet above the ground,
Yeah.
and it's a 20-foot cube.
Yep.
So both Winzira and Filbert need to make saving throws.
Well,
When
it would be
Zira's on the
above-
ground.
It would be above them if it's 10 feet off the ground.
It's a 20-foot
so
cube.
Yeah. Well,
so
the bottom of the
he's saying
cube-
20
The
feet off
base
the
of the
ground, I
cube be
guess.
20 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So I
Filbert,
would
you're
have to
back
make
far
it
enough.
then.
You're not hanging over the edge, so that's cool. Okay. So it's a deck save. Okay. As you do so, the flaming sphere winks out. You release the spell. The air begins to shimmer and twinkle, and they don't seem to convalesce on anything. And after a few seconds, they just kind of the little dancing, twinkling lights, all kind of just start slowly peter out like fireflies that go away, and nothing else lights up.
I was hoping he flew straight up.
It was a good
Okay.
try. Good thought.
With that, she'll just curse under her breath. Then.
Yeah, that stage whisper that the orcs can even hear.
10. Let me see here. I'm gonna finish out my movement then. Oh, thing. I will move to there.
Cool. All right, Ashala.
All right. Just going to look around, extremely confused, and check around the corner because that worked the last time. So, yeah. Essentially, I'm going to take the dash action and come back around the front to see if I can catch him over here. Because of that, again, that worked the last time, so why wouldn't it work this time? It's not super bright.
You've got a goblin digging in the dirt over there with a 6 intelligence, so you're in good company.
You are.
6 intelligence.
And then
It's amazing.
we go this way. Well, if her first thought was, "Oh, when Zira's not attacking this thing, it obviously is not. It's fine. Everything is fine. That's her friend." We're going this way, and yeah. And she's gonna be disappointed because there is absolutely nothing over here, and out of breath, and just panting, and yeah, that's my turn.
Cool. All right, Kaz.
Here, 5, 10, 15, 25 feet to there. And I will hold my action for if he comes into sight so that I can hit him. And I will yell in giant, "Stop running away from me, you coward!"
Okie doke. Alright, let me just do a couple things here.
So if it's my turn, Mickey, I have to burn a slot anyway, correct?
Were you holding a spell?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, it's burned.
It's almost your turn.
Oh, almost. Then I will unburn.
I've got random shit I gotta do here. Hang on.
No worries.
Okay, now it's your turn.
Yeah, I mean,
Ashala, what is your
Yes,
passive perception?
10. It's not great.
I have pretty decent passive perception, but I might not be in the right place.
Yeah, both Brendan and Ashala, you guys hear the sound of a horn being blown.
From where?
From off in this direction.
And then it's my turn.
It is.
I'm gonna move to the group where I believe them to be. Right here, 5, 10, 15. There's everybody. 20, and I'm going to say, look, everybody, think we've messed some stuff up around here. I think we've kicked the guy out. I'm pretty sure this will be good enough. We need to grab some of the things that we believe valuable to her, make sure that they're safe, and bring them with us and bring them back to her to make sure that let her know that we did this. They blew a horn. We need to go.
Well, I mean, it's not my turn. So.
Did they respond to me at all, Mickey, or no? Or did they wait till their turn?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can do that.
Well, yeah, like that's what I say to them.
Okay. Well, I believe she said she needed to be here to cast her spells. And I don't
So
think
we have to go and bring her here. We have to go get her.
Just out of game, Brendan, your intelligence is what, 18?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have remembered that she said that.
That she needs to be able to get back into the place,
Yeah,
basically, right?
she needs to be here and things that are here in order to assist you.
And I don't think he's gone yet.
Yeah, we can't bring stuff to her.
We could try.
Yes.
She needs.
I noticed when I was inside that there was a shrunken head. And I want to store that in the most humane way possible and bring that to her. At least I perceived it to have some arcane significance. That, at least, I think was important. Right? Did I remember that. I'm not making that up, right?
No, you definitely saw that. I was looking for where my little thing was here with all of that, but I don't see that it saved it in the.
Okay, cool. I thought it was like a fever dream. It's like, that never happened. It's like, oh my god. College coming back to bite me. Shrunken heads.
Okay.
Yeah, so I say that to them. In action, I don't even really know. So I heard the horn, so I'm gonna make for my action a perception check for the relative location distance of this horn audibly.
Okay.
Perception. $14.
It sounds very much, like some kind of bone kind of horn, kind of a signal kind of thing, and definitely in the direction on the far side of the cottage. Sounds like it's coming from some distance away, but
Shut that light.
to the southeast from where you are.
Okay, southeast, correct?
Yep.
No place.
Did you see the direction I'm giving you on the map there?
I do indeed. I do. Now that's just the general direction. It is not implying that it ends or that it's emanating from where that wolf is on the path right there.
No.
Is that correct?
No.
It's just that general direction.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Beyond what you can kind of discern visually in the darkness, it's out somewhere. It sounds like it's. I would say with that perception, it sounds like it's carrying across, somewhere beyond the ice.
Got it. Thank you. Okay, that's more than enough for that action. I tried to relay and convert. I heard them coming south in that direction, southeast, I believe, right? Southeast in that direction. A ways away, that horn blew. Like, we need to get out. We need to get out of here. Could be potentially more people coming our way.
There's probably reinforcements. So, but we need to make sure, because the next time we come back, there's going to be a bunch of people.
True.
So we need to make sure anything we need to grab comes with us now.
Agreed.
Okay.
So I suggest we all try our best to perceive anything of let's say old turtle lady importance in the whole place, and we find the most safe and secure way to stow them and bring them to her. I think that's the best case scenario right now.
I don't think that's gonna work. We can try it.
I mean, the guy that we need is basically disappeared, and there are more people coming. We could stay and hold them off. We held our own, but how long will we be able to hold off? Is my question.
Well, what's our escape plan?
The direction he pointed was the direction of the orcs, right?
Southeast, relative to where we are.
Yeah, that's where the orcs are. That's all. That's the group of orcs that are coming.
Beyond the ice, yeah. So southeast beyond the ice would make sense relative that they could be the orcs. Yes, I think it very well could be them. We could. Yeah, we could try to hold them off. It would be less people to defend it when we return.
But she has all those other reinforcements.
Correct. All these other friends and all these other things. That's correct. And that we could be here till Kingdom Come, facing them off one at a time.
I thought we weren't supposed to hurt her friends.
Yeah.
She gave us permission to.
He's like she knew
Yeah, that's
he
true.
was gonna have to.
Yeah. It's true.
But I don't think she would appreciate if we overrode her house with her friends.
Right. So that's what. Yeah. So then, the tricky part is we at least I perceive that the noise is coming from the area that we chose to come in, right? So why don't we kind of combine the plans, gather everything, and make that way out? We see them. We could try to slip past them. If we can't, we confront them, eliminate them, and make our way out that way.
Yeah, we can try it.
Sounds like a plan.
Just an idea. Just want everyone's opinion. Not trying to make a decision for everybody.
I mean, it's your life that's on the line. So, but I don't think it's gonna, because I don't think he's gone. We've seen him. He's got some sort of magic. And I'm guessing we're out of combat.
At this point, we would definitely probably let's drop out of combat. You shrink down, mid conversation.
Can I do that history check now?
Yep,
then
go ahead.
Can I go inside?
Yeah, we go inside too. Yeah. Gonna go inside too.
Mick,
you would know of somewhat of them, Kaz.
Okay.
Legends of kind of an offshoot of giant kind that is sometimes referred to as ogres, but you kind of know that having been descended from giant yourself, that is kind of mostly an insult. But that there are some type of, what was referred to as ogre mages, who had the ability to do things like turn invisible, and that wielded into these deadly long glaives. That's kind of what triggered your memory. You recall that they were often used as kind of boogeymen in stories, because they had a tendency to steal and eat children.
Okay.
nice.
But yes, these magical ogres. I mean, he's still here somewhere. I'm sure of it. He's just has the ability to go invisible. So I mean, like I said, you can try to fool her into coming back here, but then if she gets attacked and dies, then you're definitely not gonna be able to be healed.
Well, I'm not trying to fool her to come back here. I mean, no ill will or ill intent. Just we tried our best to rid the place of him. And I totally agree with you. We could scour this place and look around. Absolutely. Let's just kind of comb through and try to walk our way through, try to find him. But I mean, I can levitate, but I can't fly anymore. Maybe we should all rest for an hour, and I could gain some abilities or effects, and people could gain some health while we search for him. But if we do that, more people could show up, like that horn blew.
Yeah.
We don't have an hour.
Yeah, I'm
We
about to
don't.
say I don't think we
We don't
have
have an
that
hour
long.
here. It's just that I'm just saying that if we leave, I don't think she's gonna help us anymore because we have not cleared this place out.
Well, I would leave to the point of collecting all her things is I would leave to go back to her, relay what we did, relay how we got there. Right? I want to abscond with her stuff.
Hopefully, we have everything she needs.
That's the plan, right? That's what I mean. Is we gather the things we hope that she might need. I can try my best to examine what they have, and everyone can work together to scour for this guy while that's happening. Maybe that's what we should do.
I mean, that's fine, I guess.
In the meantime, I'm gonna post up on the other side of the house over here
On the roof?
on the roof
Yeah,
Um, for
walking
two things
around
to
inside the house.
keep my
Thea-
ears open for some more horn, and to also try to look to see if I see any like footprints getting formed in the snow
Oh shit.
without somebody
forgot about
actually
this.
walking there.
Now, Thea would definitely be protesting leaving, and because she needs to
I
be
think there's
sure
a
that
door right here.
Gotcha.
There's a kind of a grate. I don't think you guys opened the grate.
All right, don't worry.
No, I talked to the girl last time.
Yeah, you talked to her, but did you open the door?
No.
No.
Okay. Well, she is still in there.
She is.
She's in rough shape.
Yeah.
Brendan, as you guys are both inside right now, and looking around after that conversation, there are hundreds of jars and things filled with all kinds of nasty shit. I can start listing them here for you.
You don't have to. You don't have to. But if you want to, you can. I don't want to stop you from doing it. I believe them all to be different components to have spells and things, right? Like they're all different things that I would believe because I saw someone.
You see an apple, like for instance, you see an apple on a shelf, and as you go, you're surprised in this winter that you pull it up, and as you go to pick it up, you actually feel like you see that it will look good until you touched it. Now it looks completely rotten. When you put it back up on the shelf, it looks good again. You see a display case of flattened beast ears arranged in such a way that before you came up close to it, it looked like it was a butterfly display. But as you got up close to it, you see that they're actually ears of different creatures mashed flat and arranged in a way to look like butterflies.
Hey, how about this? Can I skim through the various things because I've done my slot research, could I search these things for anything slot adjacent? Slot fingernail. Like a slot fingernail, or like an infected tissue that I recognize she might have, or anything that I might believe might be either the disease of slot spread. I'm just scouring the things for anything like that.
Give an Arcana check.
You bet. So, 10.
You start to go through, and how long do you want to be doing this?
Good question. With this specifically, maybe 2 to 3 minutes. Like I want to grab the head for sure, and I don't want to lull about.
Okay. The head is kind of a emaciated, mummified, almost looking kind of thing. It was tied to a nail, a really heavy gauge nail, that was driven just into the wall raw, and the long hair of it was wrapped around this nail. You're able to kind of free it from it. Bits of dried skin around the neck and face kind of slodge off onto the floor as you're taking it even off of the thing. It's pretty nasty. But there's no gore, as it's all been kind of freeze-dried at this point. But you dig around, and you're looking for specific things. You know what the claws of these slod look like. You know what that they have eggs underneath the skins, underneath that. So you're looking for any kind of jars. I mean, as you do so, you're seeing all kinds of nasty shit. There's one jar that's got an oversized toad stuffed into it that you thought was just kind of this bloated, nasty thing until it actually moved a little bit, and you realize that it's actually alive and held in that jar. The back corner, as you go around, you this kind of your foot kind of splashes a little bit as you start to walk in. You realize that this area over here with all of these loose crates with all different things in it, there's about as you get closer in the corner and further into that corner, almost 6 or 7 inches of standing water in that far back corner, which is nasty enough, but it's actually this kind of orangish tinted water that you realize you're standing in as you're looking through some of these crates. Nothing leaps out as slot adjacent.
Got it.
And even if with your formal Arcana training, nothing in here looks like what you would expect to be used to do normal spell casting.
Okay. So yeah, I'll hold on. Obviously, I'll keep an open mind to possibilities, but I'll believe that either nothing else in here. Again, as I'm gonna probably do it once around the room, do a lap around the room on my way out, trying to sense any type of arcanic ability. But in my experience, it's either I don't understand her magical abilities at all, how these things could even help to assist in a spell, and it's either all useless to me, or I don't understand like how she would be able to do it. So like either way, I'll just gonna go through and go around the room and try to sense any other powerful magical items in the way that I sensed this head thing. But if I don't, then I don't.
Yeah, I mean, without casting a spell, you're not going to be able to discern any kind of magic.
True.
Innately in anything.
Let me just look at what I have. Oh shit! Hold on. Great. I'm gonna hold the head in my hand and cast Identify.
Okay. The head.
Learn its properties and how to use them. You have level 1 spell slots left, so might as well use them. What this should be.
Hang on, I'm just looking for something.
No problem. Take your time, bro.
Roll for me an Arcana with advantage
You got it?
on top of the Identify. And there's a reason.
That's no problem. Sure there is. It'd be nice to get a good roll here. 19.
Okay. So as you cast Identify on it, at first you're confused by usually, the neat ordered lines of the weave that is embedded into an object. When you cast Identify on it, becomes very clear to you, and you can almost read it as if you're reading an instruction for a recipe or a list of spell components. But this is a tangled mess where you perceive the normal lines of the arcane in this brilliant gold and silver thread-like mental construct. This is this kind of bogwater green and bone white snarling of lines. There is definitely magic here, but it takes you quite a bit of time to kind of parse your way through it. It appears that this is the head of a dwarven prospector that has been imbued with the ability that if you put any kind of gem or any kind of metal into its mouth, the bearer can say the command word and know instantly the value of it and the properties of any kind of metal or gem placed in its mouth.
That is so sick. Hold on, I gotta write this down. That is a sick thing. Unfortunately, it's not at all anything that would aid in healing me or casting any spell to heal me, but it's an awesome thing that I'm gonna write down. So give me a second. Give me a second. All right.
While he's doing that, what are you doing inside there, Ashala?
Detect magic. 1 spell slot. And
Okay.
I didn't know it took that spell, but I did. So, yeah.
All right.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic. And see if I can find anything that is of, great importance.
All right. Well, fuck me.
Sorry.
No, that's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah.
You see.
It's only cast X. But yeah, I did in fact have Detect Magic on my sheet.
And what's the range on that and duration?
Up to 10 minutes, up to within 30 feet of you.
Okay. The first thing that strikes you is that there you see a glow coming out of the cauldron that is currently over the stove. Not the stove, the hearth, excuse me. Yeah, there's kind of it's on one of those iron spikes that kind of pivot. It's currently half in, half out of the fire. It's kind of bubbling. As you go over, there is a repulsive smell coming out of it, a mixture of rot and of very strong, almost biting alcoholic kind of smell coming out of it. You look inside to this kind of brown sludge that is slowly, every once in a while, popping up, but it is giving off a magical aura of whatever this sludge is that's burning in there.
Nice. And you said there's bottles and stuff everywhere.
Most of the bottles are actually full. You see on this shelf right here, there is a couple of bottles that maybe did have something in them at one time, but maybe have dried. Whatever was in it is completely dried out. The cork is rotted on them, but there is some bottles there. There is a skull that is sitting on this table right here that also glows with magical energy.
All right, so
you see kind of thrown into this corner over here, half up on top of a barrel, what looks to be pieces of armor that are giving off a glow. There is a case over by Brendan. Down here, that when you open it is it's filled with, it looks to be like children's clothing. But they're kind of old and rotten. You find like a single shoe, a dress that's kind of torn and whatnot, but it's kind of old and moldy and whatnot. But towards the bottom of that, there's a glow, and as you move these things around, you find a pair of gloves. They look like leather gloves. And as you pick them up, you see that they're kind of large. They seem to have this kind of bluish marking. They seem to be kind of very light skinned, light colored leather, and this blue kind of marking on it. Give me a intelligence. Are you perception proficient in perception? Actually, give me an investigation. Better yet, give me an investigation.
Let me go back. Investigation.
Just roll investigation on it.
I got you.
Yeah, okay. 15 was the DC. As you're turning it over, you realize with kind of a start, but not, you being you, you realize that these are probably some kind of humanoid leather. And those markings on the backs of these gloves are some kind of tribal tattoo.
Ah.
And they're giving off a God, I really should. One day I'm gonna have to learn my schools of magic.
I just had to look this stuff up the other day. DMing for the kids. I can never remember.
Enchantment. And a little bit of abjuration. Because they can have multiple. The skull was all enchantment. And again, where you've cast the spell before and you're used to kind of the construct that you see, a lot of this isn't like, there's a lot of things on the shelves and things that sort of glow and then don't, and kind of give off this hazy kind of perception, that orangish water that you kind of have to step in, some kind of glimmers a little bit like there's something there, but not full on. You do find one other thing that actually has a full, a lasting glow to it, and it's a patchwork doll. that should, kind of a child's doll. It's missing one of its button eyes, and just the strings are sticking out of it, and it is stained. And as you look at it, it's clear that this is old blood stain on it. But it is giving off a pretty strong glow of, I want to say, abjuration. Yeah, I was right. Abjuration.
Space. All right, so is that all of the things?
Those are the things that are given off right now. Full on.
I see her searching for this stuff, right? I actively, I'm in the room with her, watching her look around and, look at different things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna convey to you to Brandon, hey, this, and this is all really I can sense that it's magical in nature, and maybe this is what she's looking for, or she needs these items. At
Sure.
least she probably would be happy if we returned them to her.
Correct. Totally. That's half of mine that I have to bringing these things to her, is that we're keeping them out of the hands of people she doesn't like anyway.
Also, whatever is on that fire, there's something going on with that as well. I don't know if we should bring that with us.
Sure.
Bring some of it with us. Pour it outside in the snow. I honestly have no idea.
Let me see something. Now, when I cast Mage Hand, is it just a single hand or is it two?
It's one.
Okay.
Otherwise, it'd be mage hands.
It would be mage hands.
True.
I also have Mage Hand, though. And is it a cantrip? Yeah, it's a cantrip.
So can I have the Mage Hand follow me over to the cauldron, holding an empty, what would be a vial for a single use of a potion equivalent?
Okay.
And the Mage Hand dips the vial into the liquid. I'm just standing over it, watching it.
Dude, you're crazy.
All right. So it's kind of a small cauldron, and you push this into it. It's thick like stew. The consistency of
thicker.
Almost like mud or some thinking. But yeah, you're able to kind of stuff this nasty, vile smelling stuff into the jar. It's kind of a bigger jar, and you need to actually you get a sense that you have to you're gonna need a bunch of it. So
jar of goop from cauldron.
Yep.
Done. Okay, I have to put something.
Yeah,
arcane goop. Sorry.
I definitely want to also grab the skull, the gloves, and I don't know about the armor. If we're gonna be able to bring that with us, and the doll. So I'll add those.
Do you point out that the armor is imbued with magical properties to me?
Yes.
Okay, so I was like, proof of concept. Just hand me the armor for a second, or armor bits. And like the little armor things. It's is it an armor set, or is it like bits of armor, like plate?
It would be the equivalent as you look at it. It's made out of kind of a thick hide of some kind. More so than leather. It's still got some hairs on parts of it. So it would be the in game the equivalence of a set of hide armor. You see kind of like a breast piece, and it's kind of like bracers.
There would be
and maybe tassets.
And it would be imbued with metal, correct? It would be imbued with metal in certain places, clasps and buttons and things, or no? It would all be almost entirely animal hide.
No,
skin.
it wouldn't, because druids can wear it and they can't wear metal armor.
Got it. Okay.
So we're gonna use that as our thing. We'll say it's all straps and ties and whatnot.
Yeah. So then I think about it, and I think about the shrunken head, and I don't think the things are going to be compatible. I was going to try to see if it could take a chomp out of it and tell us what it was.
Yeah.
But
I have the
I don't
creepy
think they're
magic skull, the creepy magic doll, and there's something else I have. Oh, and the human leather gloves. Can't forget about those.
Well, humanoid.
Oh, I thought you said human. I was just like
Humanoid.
Ugh.
Some kind of
They were
humanoid.
like skin gloves. I was
feeling that shit is
really
hella
freaked
cursed.
out.
I have a feeling that shit is hella cursed. It was in a box filled with children's
I
clothing.
know. I'm like, I don't really want to hold on to these, but
Bad vibes.
very bad vibes.
Um,
Cursed ass gloves.
I have a feeling what that could belong to the guy who was the squatter in here.
Humanoid flesh gloves.
What about the rest of you guys? What are y'all doing? John, I think you're muted. So if you're talking, we don't hear a word you're saying.
Whoops, my bad. All right, me and Thea would be, while they're in there looking for stuff, would be out front here where I put us, trying to keep an eye out and make sure the orcs don't get too close.
Okay.
I'm guessing I see them over there, because I can see them on my map.
Yep.
With my
So
ridiculous...
as you can see them, they've kind of taken up position on the far bank, not on the ice, and seem just to be kind of holding that position, holding that ground.
I'll yell back, the orcs are waiting for us.
So, I'm just digging.
All right. So while they're doing all that, Winzira, you dig up. Far end there.
And the badger's doing the other side.
You dig up. Okay. The ground's pretty hard and frozen, but you've got time and determination because you're Winzira. Does your badger help you?
Yes.
Okay. So with the badger's help, you get down probably a good 3 feet pretty quickly. Considering without the badger's help, you've been at this for hours because of the ground being so frozen. But the huge claws of a giant badger are like excavators, and it unearths the corpse of what appears to be either a goblin-sized individual or some kind of child in human or elf terms that would have been probably in their preteen. It's pretty much down to skeleton and kind of freeze-dried. There hasn't been much in the way of worms or that decomposition as much as you would expect because of the frozen ground. But it is kind of somewhat mummified. The hair is kind of mostly kind of brittle and whatnot, but you can clearly see that this was wearing rags, so you can't quite see the anatomy to know the gender, but kind of shoulder length, dark hair. Probably if it was human, you would think, well, with your 6 intelligence, you wouldn't really know.
Well, it's a shame. She should have been eaten. I don't understand these people. And then, if I have time, I will continue going through them.
Yeah, I would think that all the time that they were spending in there, or the giant badger helping you, you uncover at least 3 of them, all of which seem to have, children of various sizes, up and down a little bit. No more larger than the one that you just uncovered, the first one you uncovered. But you find 2 more. One clearly a boy in short pants, and another girl. It looks like a dress that you would see in other, these ones that you can see here, however, none of the 3 that you uncover. I'll say this though. Well, roll is just a straight intelligence.
Okay.
Just as a giggle, because every once in a while, even a dullard has a good idea. No, yeah, you just thinking about what a waste. They would have been good on a spit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Filbert, you're posted up. You've
Yep.
been told that they are holding position. Did you want to do anything else additional?
Have I noticed any sounds or markings in the snow around the cabin or anything like that? Like footprints?
You were actively looking,
appearing?
so give an investigation. No, you were, you in the area that you can see and make out clearly, you did not see any kind of footprints. You didn't hear any, crunching of footsteps or anything like that. However, you can hear, even across the ice, even though you can't quite make them out with your vision. With the goggles, you could hear the movement and the gruntural kind of communication and yelling out of the orcs on the far side of the ice. And they're not getting closer, but you can clearly hear them yelling back and forth to each other from time to time, and the movement of their armor and their weapons and whatnot.
Things are going to go south real fast. I call down to the rest of the group. Do you have what you need from inside, people? We need to go or do something.
So, do we hear him inside?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right.
He's yelling down
So
into you.
I've gathered all the things. So are we just going to leave this girl here? Guys, are we bringing her with us? Like, did the woman say anything about needing her?
No, she didn't.
Is she dead?
Well, then we need to leave.
Is she alive? Yeah, we need to go.
She's not dead. You can see that she's kind of climbed back up onto that cot in the corner and is kind of collapsed back. And she appears to be unconscious again, maybe sleeping, maybe passed out. It's hard to say. There is a kind of a grated door here, so cell door is kind of, it's, with the cross hatch, so you can see through it.
Yeah.
But it's clearly a door.
Go up. She's like unconscious, right?
Yeah, she's passed out.
If we have some way to move her, we should take her. But we need to figure out.
How are we going to move her and get out of here?
Oh, wait.
I don't know. I'm a big picture kind of guy.
I've
I got
only
an
pulled
idea.
once from my bag, right?
Just so that you know, Thea is extremely stubborn and will not leave a helpless person to die to orcs and stuff.
But does
I
she? I don't know that
figured, but,
she
like,
knows that she's in there.
I don't know. Can she hear them talking about them at all?
Nobody's ever discussed the girl.
Okay.
Oh no, I've never really talked about her.
Brendan saw her. Ashala sees her, but nobody's
Well,
ever
no, I hear-
mentioned anything
I know-
out
I know they're
within
talking
Thea
about
here.
it. Yeah, I know that they're talking about her right now and stuff, but
Like, I know, I'm sorry, Ashala does not care.
Yeah, but they're not like yelling about it.
Yeah.
You know, you're
Yeah,
outside
exactly.
of the building and another 25 feet away. So,
Yeah.
even with an 18, she's not going to actually hear anything that they don't direct out to her.
okay. Just making sure.
So I would cast Levitate on her to get her out of here easily, but I don't have any level. I don't have any spells of that powerful left to cast. I think we have to go, or we have to throw her over my shoulder, and I'm going to go very slowly. I'm not very strong. I can't fly out of here anymore.
Well, that would be up to you.
Okay.
Just gonna go towards the door.
I'm gonna call back. I don't think these orcs are gonna let us go anywhere. We should probably either try to get them to come to us in a defensible position, or we're gonna have to head either straight into them or try to run from them.
Well, we can. I mean, they're south of us.
Yeah.
What's north of us?
There's other stuff all around us that the invisible ogre could alert if need be.
All right, Ashar, let's go outside and talk with them.
How high are we on? Are we on an island? Is that what this is?
Yeah.
Kind
Yeah.
of in the middle of the lake, yeah.
Yeah, so that rock that you see, that's like you're 10 feet up above the ice, basically.
Okay. Which way did we climb up?
You guys came up. Hang on, I'm trying to get my thing. You guys came up like right here.
Whoop, hold on.
Or the stairs.
Oh, okay.
I think some people use the stairs, but
Yeah.
most of us came up
Kaz
the
came
wall
up the
over here.
stairs, but the rest
There
of
was
them,
stairs?
yeah, you guys kind of came up. You kind of crossed the ice, which is difficult terrain and slippery. And then you climbed up the rocks up to here.
There was stairs.
Yeah.
So do I see this?
You're-
There's now a
You're
dead
10
winter
feet.
wolf at the
Walls and
blocking the base of the stairs a little bit, so that you know, you got to step over the corpse. That
No, I
Kaz
fell
chopped up
down it.
into mincemeat with his flaming axes.
There's a little pathway over here. We came the wrong way. We came the wrong way.
So do I actually see this if when I look over the side, or is that just kind of decoration?
Do you actually see what? I'm sorry.
This trail thing, it would be gray.
Yeah. Yeah, that's there.
When are we leaving?
Now, if we can.
Now, if we can, we've got everything.
Probably should leave.
Give me a minute or two.
I don't know if we have a minute or two, Inzira.
You were literally in that house for like 5 minutes.
Okay, that's fair. Do what you have to do.
I would like to climb down
Okay.
and get a closer look at the trail.
Yeah, so climbing down, you're able to see that looks like there's something was probably killed. You know that you're well versed with blood trails, and then dragged into this kind of opening that appears to be some kind of hollow out into the rise that this cabin has been built upon. You want to go inside and investigate it?
I do.
All right. Roll for roll.
Roll for death.
roll an investigation.
Constitution saving throw.
Actually, fuck. When Zera's got ridiculous con. Yeah.
I have good con.
You have
Not
bad
intelligence.
investigation. 3 on the die, -1 on the investigation. So Winzira, as you go in, it looks like this is kind of almost a natural little kind of recess that something was in here, making a home. You don't really pick up on too much of the details around with that, but even with your more just kind of your passive perception, you smell the faint smell of something or things used to use this as a den of some kind, maybe. And there are bones strewed about. You were more interested in looking if there was anything left of that blood trail, but it just looks like whatever it was dragged in here and eaten. And just judging by the bones that crunch under feet, many things have over time been dragged in here and eaten. It's only about it probably only, Winzira, covers about that. So it's only about 5 or 8 feet back from the west there, and about 10 to 11 feet this way.
Man, I really was hoping there was food in here. Okay. Come on, whatever your name is. I haven't named you either, I don't think. I'm gonna name you Charlie. You're Charlie now.
The badger?
The badger's Charlie.
Oh, okay. I think we were calling him Give a Fuck. Because badger don't. Look at that. Alright.
I'll come out the cave. Be like, okay, I'm done. Are we gonna eat soon?
Hopefully.
Let's go.
Which way are we going?
Hopefully, the way that is back to her. So southeast. Let's go quietly southeast and try to stealth around them.
They are watching us right now.
Oh, really?
Yep. I think we're gonna have to go through them if we want to leave.
Well,
Where we retreat north and then head east and then hook around them.
true. I could disguise myself as that in a rather large, intimidating fellow. I do have a few of those slots left.
Thea says they're nice and bunched up right now, from what Kaz is telling me, because I can't see them. But if I could get close enough, I could probably do a lot of damage to them.
Okay. Well, what do you think? Should we kick their ass?
I'm always down for kicking asses.
How many of them are we talking, though?
Right now there are 6 of them, which is, I believe, what we saw in the camp to begin with, besides the scout guy.
All right.
And from what I've seen of Thea's big burning ball of boom, she could probably get about 5.
Well, they're watching us, huh, you say?
Yep.
So they can see us right now as we're talking?
Yeah, I'm sure they can't hear us, but
But they can see us, huh?
yeah. I'm
All
sure
right. So I bend down and pull down my pants and moon them. And just moon in the general direction that I think they are.
If we're going to go through them, I'll yell at them, try to get them to come towards us.
Okay. How do I?
You want me to yell at him?
Do whatever you want to do, man.
I think if we are gonna fight him, it'd be best to have him try to come towards us.
That's what I'm doing. Or cowards!
All right. They roll an intimidation
All right.
or performance, I guess, if you really wanted that.
How about while he's doing that, I'm gonna yell at them. Like, I never knew orcs were cowards and just stood there and watched their prey.
In common.
Yeah, yell it in common as
All
loud
right.
as I can across the thing.
All right.
And Thea is readying herself to cast when.
Would he be assisting me there, or what do you want to do?
Yeah.
Or
Roll,
would you rather?
go ahead
Okay.
and roll with it with advantage. That's fine.
Cool, thank you. Good job, Kaz. But both are the same, so let's make it intimidation, just for flavor.
There you go.
Oh, one of those is good, huh?
Yeah.
That's
Natural 20.
That's ridiculous. That is so ridiculous that basically the bony ass elf throws up a 20 on intimidation. That is funny as shit. All right, let's see what.
Get William Wallace, you bitch ass orcs.
And they while they bang on their chests and respond, their intimidation check is 15. So yeah, they are enraged. And this one up here goes back to throw. So everyone roll for initiative.
Wait.
Your intimidation enraged them to act impulsively and immediately attack.
All right, guys, I'm ready to leave.
You're like Troy coming back with the pizza. And I'm just have my bare ass out, and the orcs are just all ready to kill all of us. Like, I'm ready to. That's too funny.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Dying.
I'm gonna get a quick drink of water.
I am going to do the same.
Hydration is key.
Filbert has never had under a 20 initiative, I think, ever.
Yes, I have.
I played in Florida right when 5e first came out. We were playing in this house game, and Lauren, I forget what the hell her name of her character was now, but she had a build that was all about like striking first. So she used to get like 30, 31 initiatives. Cause she had,
with alert, right?
yeah, she had alert and expertise.
Swashbuckler.
I don't know if Swashbuckler was even out. I don't think it was. It was just the very beginning. We were playing a modified version of the Lost Mines of Philander. But yeah, I mean, she used to roll stupid high. Somehow she had advantage on her initiative rolls. She had expertise on something. I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe she was cheating. But for fuck's sake, man, she always used to be like, 31! What? Meanwhile, I'm playing a dwarf cleric and I'd roll like 8. I get 8, 6.
Clerics don't need to go first.
Cleric speed.
Exactly. That's I think where I started using that.
do love playing the old man cleric.
Yeah, dude, you started doing the voice of the guy with the, I forget his name. What was the sourdough guy?
Oh yeah. Great question.
I wanted to say Baxter, but I know it wasn't Baxter. It was the guy
Errol.
after Baxter.
His name was Errol.
That's right, Errol. Yeah, you started doing Errol's voice there for a moment.
Yeah. Drifts in and out.
I was literally at a loss. I didn't know how to actually paint a picture and appropriately do the fact that you mooned a band of orcs and were able to intimidate them to a 21.
They were fucking pissed.
Yeah, you know, they see the bony white ass of an elf who they already consider weak and effeminate. I guess, maybe. I don't know.
Decided my elf is like basically like trying to like it's like Rick Sanchez. It's just doing whatever like is a smart decision, but in whatever most deliberate and direct way possible. It's like, okay, these orcs are in a way, we need to fight them, but we need high ground. So let's just get this on. Let's go.
Hey, if you want to pick a fight, nothing like Bear Elf ass to pick a fight with, huh?
That's what I mean. It was like path of like least amount of effort to just get them to fuck charge us right now. It's like, seems pretty.
Actually, because of you need to roll a Constitution save.
Do I?
You need to roll a Constitution save.
Okay.
When you have 10 HP, it's like you might as well just do it. If you're gonna die.
Right, correct. Not great.
You take 1 point of cold damage from your exposure to the negative 40 wind, the negative 40 chill of the air.
Totally appropriate. You said 1 point?
Yeah, just 1 point.
That's fine. It's only 10% of my HP.
But any exposed skin
makes sense. I recognize
right now. It's because it's like negative 40 at all times. That's why you're all in these giant, like, bulky.
Yeah. I'll just say that once I recognize that they're mobilizing or forming or grunting or chanting or making their way towards us, I stop doing it. Just to say that for the record.
No, I think as soon as your bare ass, the cold hit you, and you were smart enough to pull off your pants, man.
Correct. Not trying to do it forever. In the cold.
Well, I forgot to pause this, so all of that has been recorded for posterity.
So funny. But yeah, Rick Sanchez the elf.
Does he have a flask?
You don't know. He has some elven dignity. Not going to be overly deliberate about his vices, but maybe he will be.
I mean, it is. You are up in Icewind Dale, man. You know.
It's true. Long way from home.
And you know, it's basically north of the wall. You know.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, he would definitely have some alcohol consumption for sure, among other things.
All right, are we waiting on anybody else? John.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Rebecca, you back?
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to get Tara some water.
It's all right.
How's she feeling?
like shit.
Oh.
Just laying in bed watching TV.
Yeah, for her not to be here, she's definitely feeling like shit. All right,
Yeah.
Filbert.
She's feeling better soon.
Yeah.
Same.
I just told her I'm priming to use Fireball, and she's mad.
On the house.
You just saw this elf that you don't know very well drop his bare ass out, instantly get a little bit of frostbite, and you hear the rage and screams and yells of an orcish. Maybe rage.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe, I'm not speaking to their life choices. It could have been lust. I don't know.
Could have been.
Could have been. Better have been.
There's male and female orcs over there.
Yeah.
Just looking at one thing.
I mean, you want Ford? That's how you get Fords.
I'm going to hold my attack. Bonus action hide and hold my attack
So you can see something?
until I can see one of those orcs within my dark vision.
Okay.
I cast Mage Armor on myself if I haven't already cast it prior. I don't think I have, actually.
Yeah, well, it's not your turn yet.
Oh, wait, sorry. Did not mean to.
Ashala, I think, has the better... I gotta go onto your guys' sheets and change it so that you,
Guys.
it adds the...
My fault. I didn't mean to jump in front.
That's okay.
I didn't even see the turn order, actually.
I know that there's a toggle on here.
I think it's
I got it. I found it.
initiative tiebreaker or something it's called.
Yep. I just couldn't find... I'm just trying to figure out where it was on the... I got it, though. He won't do it this round, but... Okay, Shala, you're up.
Alright, so I can't see them, but I'm gonna move up and be like, hey, can I ask one of them to point me in the general direction so I can try and fire a spell? Because I can reach that far, I think. Because I hit is it 120 or 150? He's looking.
For Eldridge,
It is 120.
120. Yep.
120.
There's one. They're straight ahead of us. Oh,
Oh.
just point straight, and they're straight.
Or
ahead
should
of us.
I honestly should just hold until they get here.
Yeah, you just gotta check that. Does it say that a target you can see? Or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. No, creature within range.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it
But
would
you'll
be at
be shooting at disadvantage
yeah.
if you can't see them.
Are they advancing towards us?
yet.
I don't know. They haven't gone yet.
They are enraged, so.
They're mobilizing for sure. They're pissed.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I will wait until they come to my line of sight.
Okay. Held action, Eldritch Blast, the first guy you see.
Yeah.
Cool. See, Brendan, next time you will go first. Sorry about that. Your dex is higher. But...
Sorry.
No problem. No problemo.
All right, so it's up to you now.
Sorry, I had, like before I didn't even have the little square thing up. So anyway, so now it's my turn. Five. Move my guy here. 1, 10. 15. 20 right on the edge here. And I'm gonna hold my my cantrip firebolt until I see orc within range. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
That's my held action, that's my trigger, and that's what will happen when it's triggered. It's my turn.
Can't do that.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Dark vision 60. Technically they wouldn't have even seen your I'm just realizing they wouldn't have even seen your ass.
No.
Oh, well, in the moonlight.
Initiative.
Gleaming off the snow, you know, it was refracting the light in such a way.
Well, yeah, we'll say.
It was a crit.
Anyway.
It was a crit. Yeah.
It was the most gleaming white,
It was.
pale,
That's what
elven
it was.
ass of all time.
All right, so this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bonus action. Can go aggressively forward. However, I believe that that's going to trigger first a whole slew of freaking nightmare down upon him. So, who had the? Both of you guys want to roll your attacks?
Do.
Yes, please.
This guy's just gonna get obliterated.
Uh, 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That is 32 points of damage.
Yeah, so you hit him and he goes flying and dead. Instant kill.
Yay!
I know, it's kind of
Then-
dramatic.
No, that's awesome.
Then would mine
Brendan.
go anyway? Would mine go anyway, Mickey, or would I see his
Well,
before I
your
shot
trigger
mine?
was the first one that you saw.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you guys would attack that same guy.
Sure. So then he gets immolated with a firebolt with a
Yeah.
25.
All right.
Think twice, orc scum.
Their thing does not kick in until they can see you. And then they can move forward. Alright, that's as far as they can get.
So can I attack this guy?
Well, you would have attacked you said the first one you saw, which is that guy. You all attacked at the same time.
Let's see.
He's really dead though. Okay.
He's super dead.
He's really dead.
100% dead.
So this guy, as he runs, let's see, Kaz 1 and 2, Thea 3 and 4, Brendan 5 and 6. Throws his javelin at Brendan. Sorry, buddy.
Cool.
So that misses.
Miss.
Same thing for that guy. That'll be at
Me.
Kaz.
That'll hit.
Uh-oh.
You take 4 piercing as he hurls his javelin, and as they both throw, they draw their great axes. And that'll be the end of there. Alright, Kaz.
Alright, I cut a grin, get all massive again with a bonus action. And let's see. Five. I will move straight up to him.
Big though, right?
Yeah, I'm big. So, more like that.
Okay.
And give him a couple whacks. I'm guessing that hit.
Yeah.
For 9. I'm guessing that does not hit.
That one does not. He's able to parry your axe with his own and deflect your downswing.
Oops, I forgot to roll my d6 for my giant might though. So that extra 2, so 12 total.
Or 11 in math.
Or 11, sorry.
Okay.
Math did not work right.
That happens.
Rarely ever does.
All right. So that's your movement, your bonus action, and your action. Thea.
Thea will move to right behind me. And let's see.
Standing on the corpse of a winter wolf. So at which point she's almost as tall as you.
Like how circles work in that thing.
You gotta hold down Alt. What is she doing? I can put it down.
She is casting Fireball.
Okay. What's the range? Not the range. The
50.
It's the 150. It's basically a 40-foot sphere because it's 20-foot radius sphere, so 40-foot diameter.
Alright, that's too big. It's just about that. There you go.
And that's right about where she'd put it too. Where she to get all 3 of them.
To get those 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the damage. And they take dex saves.
Yep. DC 15.
Okay. This guy and this guy fail.
Okay.
The bottommost one passes. All right, so at a save, they take half, right?
Correct.
All right, so you roast 2 of them.
Sick.
The other one burns, but tries to put it off, but he stands on the ice, angry and flambéed.
So 2 of them died, 1 of them stayed alive then, right?
Yep.
Yeah, 'cause you only put the X on 1. Unless it's just lagging. There we go. Cool.
And the winter wolf's corpse begins to burn, as well as the the 2 corpses. They remain burning. This area right here, it's already slick and difficult terrain, so it doesn't get any worse. Okay. Winzira. No, she's got a bonus action that she wants to use.
Nah, she doesn't have any. There's no bonus action cantrips, so.
Yep. All right, Winzira.
Okay. All right, guys, I'm ready to. Ah. You know, Common is my second language, and I think I don't know. Huh? Thought we were leaving. I guess we're not.
No, we're leaving just soon after this.
I thought we were leaving. Now we're not. So I can't do anything today.
We're just taking care of this first.
Yeah. They're on our way.
I guess I will cast Dissonant Whispers at the guy on fire.
Down here. Can you see him?
Is that one? I don't know what that little thingy is.
No,
Is he
he's not.
dead?
He's not on fire, but he has been hit. That is just that's he's got a battle axe out. That was my little marker to indicate he had a battle axe out.
Oh, gotcha.
Here, I'll do this instead because that is confusing.
Okay, so I cast Dissonant Whispers on him at first level.
Okay. Yeah, because they're really good at wisdom. 15 on the die.
So he takes 3 points of psychic damage and doesn't run away.
Okay. He grabs his head though and yells. And he's looking really, really bad. He's looking around like total PSD now. Like, he seems almost forgotten that Kaz is even there.
I'm sorry that I gave you a headache. I thought we were just leaving. My bad. And then that's my bonus action. I'm going to just tell my Voyager, Charlie, to just follow me.
All right. Top of the order, Filbert.
My roll 20 glitched out a little bit, so I'm just refreshing the page.
Okay.
But I guess I will take a shot at the closest one there that I could see. I think I remember there still being one there, but before my roll 20 whacked out.
Would
be correct.
Mickey, can you go ahead and roll that for me? Because,
I sure can.
thank you.
La, 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 la. You're gonna throw a dagger?
Dagger?
Dagger.
Yeah, you're just gonna throw a dagger, right? You don't want to actually.
Just throw a shoe.
Why do you want to use the bow? I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's true. I'm running out of ammo for it.
So yeah. So you were shooting at the one right in front of Kaz, the closest one?
Yeah, because that was the only one I could see, I think.
Yep. So, let me just double check if that's the case. Correct. That is the one that you can see. He was holding onto his head as he kind of tosses his head side to side, and maybe out of the corner of his eye, he sees this streak of light coming, and as he looks up, the arrowhead, the arcane arrow comes rushing in and just punches him square in the face. You even from a distance, you can hear the impact and the crunch as it's almost like a beer can getting crunched in. And drops, flies backwards onto the ground, twitching like almost like a fish thrown onto the boat.
Cool. All right, so I have rolled 20 back, but I'm just waiting for the map to load.
Okay, so you did 27
26.
26 points of damage.
Yep, saw that there.
And do you want to hide again?
I will actually like to scurry back to the backside of the building on the roof.
Okay.
And just keep an eye out and make sure there's nothing coming from the north side of us over there.
Okie dokie. Cool. All right, Brendan. Mr. 9-point tank, living dangerously. Can't heal himself at all.
Yeah, no big deal. Or like Mr. Can't heal myself, have nothing to lose.
Yeah. And I'm sure you've already got another character halfway rolled up anyway.
Yep. Absolutely correct. Be correct, sir.
You should be able to see both.
60 feet.
Yep.
Fire off a firebolt at him.
Okay.
Firebolt.
Yeah, it's he's able to kind of see that because of the distance that the bolt has to travel, lighting up the night. He kind of sees it coming and kind of steps to the side, and it streaks past him without landing and doing any damage.
Okay, so then they've thrown javelins at me before, so I'm gonna use my movement to take a step back.
Yep.
So I'm kind of absconding their view a little bit by stepping back, putting the cliff face between myself and them, that they have to get closer to see me. Does that make sense?
Yeah. You've got all your full movement, so you can move back all the way to the house if you wanted to.
Right. So that's kind of what I want to do. So I want to kind of walk up against the house. I don't necessarily want to go inside, but do I see that it's way harder for them to even see me from here?
Yeah, I mean, you can't see them.
Perfect. Okay, then that's perfect. That's what I want to do.
You're kind of putting a lot of bodies in between you and them.
Correct.
Okay. Ashala.
Oh, all right. Sorry, I was taking some Tylenol.
Tylenol. I'm just teasing you.
It's really
I'm teasing
Tylenol.
you.
That's what the kids call it these days.
It's red. It's Tylenol. Anyway, I'm going to come down here. Oh. Drawing. I'm coming down here. Is this wolf still on fire?
It's smoldering.
Smoldering, but I'm not going to I could step over it type of situation.
Oh, that one there is not on fire at all. This one out here is on fire.
Oh, okay.
And as a matter of
That one
fact,
was
since
on
it is
fire.
on fire, hang on. I've got the ability to do this, so let me do it. That helps at all, or it doesn't, I don't know.
Yes. Zoom factor. So, gonna come down. Here. Oh. And I'm going to attack that guy. Wizard.
All right, so to do that, you're stepping out on the ice,
Yes.
which is difficult terrain.
Mm-hmm.
So roll in athletics.
Alrighty. Hold on. Oof.
Okay. So it's slippery, but you're able to maintain your balance and whatnot. So I think that's probably all of your movement to there because of the double movement on the ice. All right. Let's double check. You were right here. 15, 25.
You move back.
No,
So-
you can. You stepped one off, so that's fine. Yeah, you're good right where you are.
All right.
So you can.
So even this pathway that we're on right here is
She's
still...
not on. No, that's normal. But she stepped off the
Okay.
path on the one that's completely all ice.
All right.
As long as there's some of that pathway there, then you're fine. But as soon as you step off to all of it, then you're on the ice.
Okay.
All right.
I was just double checking for my movement.
No, you're good. Because you're still on portions of it.
That bad boy.
Oh yeah, that hits. For sure.
And then I think it's what I get to.
I'm pretty sure you do. Yep, you got to roll for
My.
each.
No, but I don't get to add my courage.
Do you have
Yeah,
that
you got
invocation?
agonizing.
Yeah. So that's also +4. And then I get to roll again. So cool. Okay, that one does not.
That hits too.
Oh, nice.
So another 6.
Yeah. Alright.
Firing off those 2 Eldritch Blasts. You see, first one and then another. And Gurgles kind of drops to his knees slowly and then just falls face forward into the ice.
Alright, it's my turn.
All right. All of you hear, from this area back over here, this direction, the quick horns blowing, quick, blasts on that same horn that you heard before, kind of 3. And this one starts to move away. Eight. Okay. Kaz, you see a lot of dead orc. Actually, with your freaking ridiculous vision, I don't know what else you can see. What else can you see?
I can still see the orc that ran away. It looks
Yeah, you
like.
see the guy, and he's kind of running. Again, you can kind of make out there's kind of like various rises in elevation here, and he's kind of following a path between rises. You would have seen this guy, right?
Yep, I saw him.
That he'd climb down out of that kind of raised, as well.
Okay.
So
Looks like they're retreating.
Probably would have known that that's where the sound of the horn was coming from.
I'll yell back. Looks like they're retreating.
Follow them and take out the guy with the horn.
Should we go after them, or should we
Or
just try
just
to
dip.
get out?
Yeah,
of
let's
here?
just probably dip, I guess. I'd imagine, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Dip, make for the turtle lady.
Yeah, we did what we came here to do, right?
Kind of.
So yeah,
Job well done.
Exactly.
move to there and
Yeah, we have all our stuff, make sure we have everything, and make our way through the forest by the lake to the forest edge and make our way through the forest. Try to dip out of here the way we came.
Okay. You guys kind of make your way past all the corpses that are strewn on the ice, picking your way carefully across this snow and rock sort of pathway that leads across. The smoking remains of some of these orc are still kind of smoldering and burning, giving off the smell of burnt flesh. Anyone doing anything, Manzira? All right. If not, then yeah, you guys kind of make your way down. You can see through this area that I'm just gonna bring everybody down here so you guys can see.
I have asked Kaz to hack off a leg from that winter wolf on the way past it, like a hind leg, something with some meat on it.
okay. Do you want me to give an athletics check or a survival check?
No, you're a freaking giant-sized Goliath right now, man. I think
Just looking for dinner, just
I
dinner,
that's-
nothing fancy.
The last time you did make me roll, and I've rolled horribly, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, no, you don't have to bog it down. So let me just do this here, and that is basically your last thing that you can do as a giant.
Okay.
And then you shrink down. There you go. Yeah, so this area, as you can see, as you kind of make your way through, since you guys aren't stealthing, hang on, let me just see how loud you are. Pretty loud. So moving through this area, you see that there was kind of a natural path that descends through raised areas on either side of you. You're kind of in a little gully way here. This area over here, there's still a low fire burning, so you can see clearly now what used to be maybe some kind of pig pen or animal enclosure has been turned into some kind of makeshift orc camp. You make out a couple of tents, one larger, a few smaller, the remnants of cook fires and various weapons that were left unattended are strewn all about. And then there's the path, main path, leading off in this direction. So you guys bypassing the camp, you make your way out and back into the woods, heading back towards Mathilda's temporary shack. Filbert, go ahead and give survival just to see how well you do on retracing your steps.
Good enough.
Yeah, quite good enough. All right.
Attaboy, Filbert. This lady.
All right, so you travel through the wood, again finding strange little tidbits here and there, things that seem a little bit out of place, but you encountered these little markings and tied together, almost kind of like sculptures of tied together twigs and branches that hang in the trees as you progress through. And you come out into that familiar opening, that open area, and proceed forward. And as you do, seemingly aware of your presence, preceded by these three cats that wander out, rather large, kind of house cat looking creatures, out walking heavily, leaning on her gray wood staff. You see the form of Mathilda coming out. You've all returned, eh? I didn't think you would. All of you, that is. So, do you have news for old Turtleback Mathilda?
Yeah, it's, he tried to put up a fight, but, ended up turning himself invisible and running away when he was, when all was lost for him.
Well,
Oh, sorry. We also brought you these, and I bring out the shrunken head and the jar of arcane goop from Cauldron, and presented with her and say, we know there's people in and out of your house, and we were worried about some of these valuable things being destroyed or used otherwise. So wanted to bring these things to you in case you need them or anything else like that, in case they fall into the wrong hands. We're happy to transport them back if you need us to, but we wanted to preserve things we perceived would be valuable to you.
I'm also gonna pull out the skull, the doll, and the gloves and be like, these are also yours. And we just wanted to make sure that no one would steal your things, especially because I perceive them as very powerful. So,
We're not trying to deceive her, trying to
I'm trying to
give her
steal her stuff.
Right.
it's the doll,
Also
the,
really
the
don't want the creepy
gloves, the
magic doll.
human, I'm sorry, the gloves, the doll, the sludge,
Skull.
the skull,
And the head.
Okay. Is anybody else doing anything while they're doing this?
No.
No, I'm good.
As you were pulling these items out, Brendan, she moves with crazy speed. Seemingly, as you're looking down, she was far away, and suddenly she's right up next to you. As you go to pull out these different things, and she snatches them right out of your hand, almost seeming to have them disappear into the billowy parts of her cloak. She does take a moment though to kind of hold up the head of the mummified face a little bit, and she kind of like gives it a loving little stroke to it. Tobias. And she kind of like wraps it around and has it like hanging off of her belt in front of her, and she just gives it a little pat on the head as she hangs it there. You took care of old Kern, did you? Drove him off. Perhaps there's more strength in you than I gave you credit for. So, a deal's a deal, eh? What would you have from old Peggy?
I believe we wanted you to remove the disease that plagues him and the small girl that we left here. She's still here, right?
Yes, I've taken her under my wing. She will be fine. But come, we'll need to return back to my home for me to be able to take care of that nasty business. Come. And,
You Bamfus there?
she actually takes her walking stick that she's been kind of walking on next to you, and she kind of lovingly strokes down one side, and she almost seems to whisper something to it, and then she pushes it to the side. You see her kind of nimbly hop up on it and starts to rise up, and is actually riding it as it starts to fly. I believe you all know the way. Come, kitties, come. And as the cats start to leave the thing, they start to morph and change a little bit. And in their place, bounding off with snarls at each of you, are 3 crag cats that begin to slough off the solar shape and grow and follow after Peggy as she darts out riding on this broom, or actually her staff, I should say, out the way that you guys came in.
Did the little girl come out too?
The little girl did not come out.
Yeah, she kind of yada 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 the girl. We're gonna have to come back to that later.
Okay, because Thea, there's no way Thea would leave without making sure the little girl's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree.
Like, so Thea will be like, "Well, I'm not going anywhere until I see the little girl." And make sure she is okay.
Do you want to search inside her little shack there?
Yes.
Filbert does.
All right, go ahead and give an investigation. Give Thea, give one too.
Thea got 12.
Thea is specifically looking for the little girl. Goes in and she does find 2, if you will, pallets kind of an arrangement of old moth-eaten furs, and a little bit of what could be considered straw, though it's been kind of moldy for some time. One larger, one smaller. On the smaller one, she finds the remnants of what looks to be the dress that the little girl had been wearing.
Oh, that's not gonna.
But it is not shredded or discard. It's actually looked like it had been folded up and placed neatly on this. Filbert, you find two kind of strange things. There's remnants of a cook fire. That's been long cold, but you do find a small collection of tiny cages. There are 6 of them, and inside you find mostly in 5 of them you find the bodies of dead rats. Different colored rats, some are a little bit larger and a little bit smaller. In the 6th cage, the last one that you examine, it is still alive, though barely. It just seems to kind of like be twitching and moving a little bit, but that last one hasn't died. Not too, and then on the over sort of near the pallets that you find, you do find 2 kind of small dolls. Unlike the kind of stuffed, very rough made, hand sewn doll that Ashala had found at the cabin, these seem to be made with great care and have more realism to them. The heads are made out of carved wood. They have kind of strange features. They're not made to look pretty at all. There's no beauty to them, but they have similar like oddities to their features that Peggy herself has. And there seems to be 2 of them. They're both different. They're both wearing similar type of stitch robes that you saw Peggy wearing.
All right, so I'm a little mixed up. Peggy, was that the girl?
No, Peggy, Mathilda. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Mathilda, not Peggy. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, you said it a bunch of times so far, and I was just like, all right, I'm totally lost now.
I don't know why I kept saying Peggy. I think that was my earlier, because I changed her name apparently and didn't change it there.
Okay, so these
That Mathilda was wearing. Yes, I'm sorry.
okay. So the dolls are reminiscent of her looks and clothing.
Somewhat, yeah. Not exact, but yeah, it puts you in mind of her raiment. That was the kind of things that she was wearing. And
What was the name of the girl that we brought here? Did we ever get her name?
you did, and it's in the notes.
Isn't it Kira?
Kira.
Okay. I'm going to go over to the cage with the still alive rat
Mm-hmm.
and kind of tap on the cage a little bit and say the name Kira and see if the rat responds to that name.
The rat, as soon as you tap the cage, you kind of see it kind of try to move, and its breathing is very difficult and it's labored, and you can see that it's kind of rapid. Knowing animals, even in passing, you don't think that this rat is much for this world, but it certainly didn't seem to react to a name being spoken to it. More just to your presence and movement of the cage.
Okay. But no other sign of Kira other than her dress being neatly folded up.
Correct.
And I actually don't know that anybody in our group knows detect magic, because I was up on the roof. But I would call Brendan over,
Okay.
because I know he is a wizard. I'll ask him if he has a means of detecting magic.
No, not currently, but then I'll Shara,
Shala.
Shala, that one.
Yeah.
She can.
So can I hear them talking?
Yeah, you guys are all pretty much in and around.
And like we haven't had any. Because I can only use a couple of those a day, and I've already. Yeah, I can't unfortunately do
anymore.
that right now.
Are we leaving soon?
Do you think any of this is magical? Any of this particular stuff?
I think that this rat or these dolls might be Kira.
Oh.
Well, the last
That's
doll I saw at her place was extremely magical. So there might be something to that. And there was also children's clothes at her
Hand me the
last
doll. Hand me the doll.
abode. No, the gloves were by the doll. Or the clothes, excuse me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So wait, there's a doll in the rat, right? And we think that one of them might be
There's
Kira, right?
two dolls and a rat that is on its way out very soon.
Between the two dolls, does either one of them have the features or anything recognizable of Kira? Anything we might recognize of her if I investigate them?
Yeah, no, they don't look anything like a little girl. No, they look like old women, old, ugly women. I mean, the give an investigation.
Yep.
Come on, guys. She flew off on a broom. Wasn't that cool?
Oh yeah, shit.
Well, staff,
Guys.
but like a broom, yeah.
Baz, give Winzira some of that wolf meat.
13.
Looking at the way that it's carved, I mean, down to wrinkles, down to crags in the face. The heads of these things are very well constructed. Even the material that was used to make the bodies, it's somehow supple enough that you can move the arms and whatnot, and it gives definite shape. One being kind of longer and leaner, the other one more squat and wider. But certainly they do not resemble anything like a little girl, or what you would even imagine a little girl would want to be playing with.
Okay. So I'll reach my little hand into the rat cage with the rat. My little finger into the cage.
Mm-hmm.
And the second that my finger brushes up against the rat, I want to cast Identify on it.
On the rat?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the rat might have something imbued in it.
You cast and you release the spell,
Mhm.
and there's no magical signature whatsoever for it to latch onto. You
Got
just
it.
kind of passes right through the body of the
Mhm.
rat. Um,
Um,
you would have known enough that you've tried to cast Identify on a non-magical item before and had
mhm.
similar results.
Okay, thanks. All right, so yeah, yeah, I don't really know if this rat has anything special about it. I can't determine it right now. And either of these dolls, I don't know. I think it could really piss her off if we did something to it. I think we really need
Oh
to
yeah,
go.
totally.
I
Yeah.
think we really
Definitely
need to
leave.
go. Yeah, we need to go and meet her there. I don't want her to think that we abandoned it. And if we don't go now, like we did all that for nothing. We need to go
I agree.
with
But
Winzira.
once she heals you, well, this is Thea.
Yes,
Thea's like, once she heals you, I'm going to demand to see that child.
I totally agree, and I will have your back.
Well, wait for me to at least get my warm clothes.
That's true. That's true. She traveled all this way for her wish. Warm clothes.
Once you have your warm clothing and you are no longer diseased, I will definitely demand to see that child.
Yes, order matters.
Come on, man, you got to do a high-pitched Thea voice, man. What's the matter with you?
I'll demand to see those children.
That's much better. That's so
Demand
much
to
better.
see the children. Save the children.
Magic missile. All right.
Yeah, so we finally take Winzira's advice.
Yes, it was.
As
All
you
right.
should.
You guys,
As we always should.
you head back to, as you always should, right? You head back. So it was an hour back down, hour egg. So it's pretty late. It's always kind of late feeling around here. But now, those of you who are adept at keeping track of the time, even without the sun to help you, you realize that it's well into full-on night as you guys approach. You guys make your way through that meandering path. There's nothing left in the that orc encampment that you guys had walked past. There's not even any smoldering of those cook fires left anymore. It's just all dark and quiet. And you make your way through those kind of ravine-like path, and as you step out near the edge of the frozen lake, immediately you see that none of the orc bodies or wolves that were there are there any longer. The house actually seems to be very well lit up, to the point where there's a lantern even hanging outside of the door. And as you guys approach the stairway that goes up, Thea, certainly, and Filbert, you guys both hear movement over on the ice, and Winzira, as you've already been over there, you look over and you see a couple of the cats moving in and out of an area to the side of the house, into that den that you had seen before, Winzira.
Oh.
And as you come up, one is kind of perched, kind of sitting and just looking at you as you approach the side the entrance to the house, that little recessed area. It's just kind of sitting there and just looking at you. And you can see with the reflected light from the lantern in the dark, you just kind of see these saucer-like huge eyes almost glowing as it regards you, and just kind of looking at its paws, like watching you. And for those of you who don't know what a crag cat looks like,
Kind of like saber-toothed tigery, right?
yeah, because I don't think
Sort
you
of.
guys have actually run into one yet.
No. They're like an Arctic saber-toothed tiger, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go.
Big kitty. You want to snuggle?
So cute.
Oh, here's the big claws.
There's one of it like eating a giant fish.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
Probably doesn't taste very good. All that hair.
I guessed animal friendship. All the
Yeah, they're large size, so they're the equivalent almost
all
like
my
of a
kitties.
feline direwolf, if you will,
Mm.
in size. So, all right. So as you guys approach, and being very mindful of the cat, the door opens on its own, and as you look, you see there is a little girl opening the door. And as you
her.
step up, Thea notices immediately that this is Kira answering the
Fake
door.
news.
And she is wearing this kind of bluish, whitish kind of robe belted around her waist. It looks like it fits her pretty nicely. She's barefoot, but she opens the door and says, "We've been waiting for you." And she opens up and lets you guys kind of enter. Beckons you to enter.
Mm.
Okay.
I can just see Winzira kind of skipping in,
Yeah.
looking
I'm
around, looking at stuff, picking up stuff.
Very cautiously, I enter after her.
As you walk in, you see Mathilda is in, and she is has another as kind of a cauldron over the fire. It's different from the one that you had seen before, and she's pulled over kind of a table, and on it you see all all these different things. Looks like shriveled up vine of some kind, a jar that looks to be filled with all different types of eyeballs. Just this whole arrangement of nastiness. And as she's working and she's mumbling under her, "Took y'all long enough. Make an old lady wait. Not very polite. So, who's first?"
Your house is so cool, by the way. I just wanted to say that.
Yes, thank you, little goblin girl. And I must say there's something interesting about you as well. Seems to be more to you than meets the eye.
I don't know what you're talking about, but thank you.
Perhaps you have something that you'd like. Something you could trade for, perhaps.
I have this horn that I've never used.
Yeah. I think that was already offered to me, but thank you kindly. No. I'm more of a stringed instrument fan myself. Amazing instrument that you do have there, young lady. Truly. I would love to know more about that. And then she kind of sniffs and licks her lips.
Nope, this is mine. It's not yours. Stop buying it.
Well, then, enough wasting my time. Who needs this? Elf, you need something? You need healing, don't you? Removal of a curse? There is always
That's
a
the one.
price. I don't know. Are you willing to pay?
Pay what?
Wasn't that the whole point of
Yeah,
cleaning
isn't
out
that
this
what-
Oh,
area?
no,
That was our
no.
payment?
I will do my part. I will do my part. A word given is a word taken, but no, I mean, there may be a residual of some kind. My arts are not perfect. I don't have, and she looks over at their divine help. My more earthly remedies, but I can take it away from you. But just be warned, there may be some lingering effect.
Could you be any more specific?
I cannot. I do not know.
Yeah, I mean, the alternative is I slowly turn into, or not so slowly, turn into a lizard creature and die. So yeah, let's do it. Let's roll with it.
That's very true. Very true. Interesting creatures that they are. Chaos incarnate.
And some type of abyssal thing, I believe.
Best not to meddle with them.
Mm-mm.
Well, come here. Come here. Sit. Sit before the fire.
Hmm.
So,
Sits.
as she comes, she pulls out what looks to be kind of a still somehow alive snake and cuts it in half and smears the guts out all over your forehead
Holy
and down
shit.
your neck. She reaches into this kind of cauldron and pulls out some of this. This now looks almost like this greenish sludge with this purple kind of speckles all into it, and draws kind of a symbol on your forehead. And then reaching in to the this jar of eyeballs, she squeezes it and two of them into jelly, rubs them together, puts her hands on, and her hands start to kind of glow in this kind of purplish, greenish, foul light. And she kind of runs her hands mumbling down your body. Make a Constitution saving throw, Brendan.
Sure thing. I'm great at these.
Shala is mortified. Not the snake. Anything but the snake.
All right. So two things. You don't throw up, but you do feel kind of this burning in your extremities, and the pain begins to build, and it starts to move and congeal in your chest, and it's like your breathing starts to become haggard and whatnot. And as she kind of is running this, she comes up behind you and just smashes you on the back, right between the shoulder blades, causing you to exhale, and out of your mouth comes all of this red kind of smoke-like thing that kind of pulls out. She quickly darts around and pulls out another jar, and you can see her kind of use this kind of a fan-like motion with this, again, very pale leather looking like fan. She uses that to kind of scoop and captures a majority of this red dust in a little jar. She quickly, these skirting little motions, darting around, and it's put it away. You feel exhausted, and you take one level of exhaustion.
Okay.
But you're able to actually breathe, deeply for the first time, and that, one of these things, like, you didn't even notice that you were having trouble breathing until suddenly you can breathe. And it appears that you have been purged.
Yes.
That's my word given and my deeds to match. You'll feel poorly for some time, I should imagine, but you elves are tricky bastards. You'll be fine.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Seriously.
Now, you, young lady, it was something that you needed, wasn't that? A deal that you wanted to make?
Me?
Yes.
Well, I thought we had already made a deal. I helped them clear out your home. You would help me with my issue.
Yeah, if
Right.
that's what we decided, then that's what we decided. It's interesting that you would have brought me these when they are the things that you needed most to begin with. And she reaches underneath her thing and pulls back out those gloves. These should provide you with a little bit of warmth to avoid the climate that you're so not used to. Wear these, and that little problem of yours should be somewhat mitigated.
All right. What are they made out of, if you don't mind me asking?
Again, she laughed. Ooh, I'd ask who, not what.
Who?
Or is it whom? I never can tell that. Common so undefined.
Hoops.
Oh, I think
Shall-
that perhaps that your Goliath friend there may recognize some of those mockings if you showed it to him. You might want to keep those under wraps. He may take offense.
Oh, all right. She puts them on and it's like instantly feels relieved and it's like, well, thank you very much. I hope that things will not come to a head because of these. And I hope that the owner of these is not still alive, right?
I very much doubt it.
All right. Well, thank you kindly. And she's just gonna back away, with her gloves on.
So as you put them on, she does say to you, now it might take a little bit for you to get acclimated to those, but you have my assurances that they will work. So basically,
Acclimated.
you have to get it. They require attunement.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No worries. That's an hour ritual. Yeah. Right.
Short
Yeah.
rest.
Short rest, yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. If I ever need anything, I will let you know. And if you never need anything, let me know.
Oh, I may just take you up on that. Do you mind? And she kind of comes up and holds up a bit of your hair. Would you mind?
Oh, some of this?
And with that, she just kind of like a little sneer, shears, takes a piece of your hair. That way I can take you up on your offer, should it ever come up.
She just gives her like a little awkward smile and turns around, kind of scurries away, and it's like, fuck.
I don't know, we lost David, or David just didn't like
His router freaked out.
Oh no, that sucks. Sorry, David. I'm glad that it wasn't Mathilda that drove you away. Well, if there's anything else, then if not, we have much to do to put my affairs back in order. Such a mess. The man rifled through everything, helped himself to quite a bit, as I can see. Much of it, many things are missing.
And, well, as she says that, Thea's like, well, yes, there definitely is some other thing. Where is the girl? You need to heal her. I need to make sure she's safe.
She looks around at the rest of you, and then looks back at Thea and kind of cocks her head. And she looks at you, Kaz. Did this one take a blow to the head? Did she not answer the door and let you in?
Yeah, she welcomed us in.
No. Did she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like, I don't remember you saying that. I must have missed that somehow.
Yeah. The little girl who opened the door and let you all in was...
Okay.
Sir.
Yeah. In the robe.
You have no fear. She has been purged. And she has agreed to take me up on my most generous offer. Oh, yes, I have. I'm to be paid. I'm Mathilda's apprentice.
She's like, are you sure about this?
Oh, yes, indeed. I would have nowhere else to go. I would never get to learn so many wonderful, amazing things that I'm going to learn here. She's really a wonderful woman. I think people misunderstand her. Oh, child. You make me sick with the praise.
I mean, she does have an awesome sense of decor.
Thea will just let out a deep sigh of sadness.
Oh, if you would, dearie, say some prayers for her. I'm sure that'll help.
If you only knew the power of Lathander's light, blah, 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 all the stuff that Tara would say about Lathander.
Yes. Well.
Oh, now you started her off. Why did you do that? It was so nice and quiet till now.
She will say a prayer over the little girl and have Lathander's light bless you for the rest of your life. Blah, 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 blah.
Yes, well, I must warn you, my cats, it is their dinner time. They have not eaten today. I tell you, they must be quite famished. I wouldn't want them to confuse their dinner, if you take my meaning. So, if there's nothing else, I've much to do. And I believe you have something to do, did you not? Some pressing business? Some save the world that all you heroes always must be off on.
That we do.
Something like that.
Oh, yeah, we did get sidetracked, didn't we?
A
Yeah.
little bit. A little bit.
All right.
Well, thank you very much for everything. I do appreciate it. I'm sure we'll see you again.
I doubt it.
Okay.
Bye.
She goes back and she picks up kind of like the shovel and whatnot. And she's like, you can see her like scooping up some of the mud and crap that's like all in the corner, and it's really kind of pointless because as much as she scoops up, there's still even more. But she seems to be singing to herself and happy to be doing it.
Oh, wait. There is one thing. I have a question.
Oh.
Why do you bury your dead? Why don't you eat them?
I hadn't thought of that.
It seems like a waste of meat. Just saying.
Perhaps I'll feed them. To my critters, if not. Very good point. Yeah, you give me much to think about. I do like you, little one.
Thanks. I like you too. Oh wait, hold on. I give her a hug.
At which point she screams, "Ah! Back! She kind of hits you with her. She goes to hit you with her staff.
You know, that was a little excessive.
Like Yoda to R2D2.
I feel like you just could have said don't touch, but you know, to each their own.
Guys, I'm very tired. Could we camp somewhere nearby and sleep?
Would you be alright if we camped over where those orcs used to be?
Kinda.
Yeah.
I think that could be unnecessarily dangerous.
As I
Yeah,
say,
we could always go back to
I
her
have not
temple.
been here to feed my pets for some time.
Do you
I
take-
could not guarantee your safety, but
We could go on the prowl, yeah.
do as you will.
Would
Put some
you take
Go ahead.
offense to us going to your temporary hut to rest for the night?
Not at all. I'll never go back there. Do with it as you will.
Alright, well, I guess we should be off then.
All right. So you guys gonna go back to her little ramshack?
makeshift hut, yeah.
Wasn't that a little far?
Yeah.
How far was that?
It'd take you about better part of an hour.
Or do you still have one of your domes we could set up somewhere?
I always have a dome.
That's true.
Do we know if we have to pass by the hut on the way to where we need to go?
Filbert would know, and actually, he lets you know that there is a much more direct route to where it is marked. The speaker marked on the map. If you wanted to more move in that general direction, the hut is kind of out of the way for that.
Okay. Maybe we should head out and find a place for the dome in that direction then?
Sure.
Would make the most sense.
Okay. He does a pretty good. Oh, fuck it. I'm sitting here hand waving, and I can actually tell you. I got his freaking sheet right here. He finds you a fairly decent spot, trying to find some kind of natural, at least, barrier so that you're not just out in the middle of an open tundra. Finds a fairly decent ridge that kind of you're able to set the hut up in, that you can set the hut in. Windsor, if you want to go ahead and do that.
Yes. I will spend the 11 minutes casting Tiny Hut.
All right. So playing her little lute to herself there. Suddenly, all around you, you're able to kind of move in. The dogs and the sled get kind of pushed to the side. The hut springs open up, and you're able to move your stuff in and stretch out. The six of you are able to fit underneath, and you can begin to take a rest if you so choose.
Definitely choose.
What we so choose.
I want to tune those gloves, though.
Okay.
I will take up first watch if you like.
Yeah.
Can take second watch.
As soon as the dome's up, Lethea just plops down and falls asleep.
Same here. I'd pass out.
All right, so first watch is Kaz.
I got second.
Third.
I can never remember how to spell your damn name. Shala. And 0. Okay. So as you guys begin to settle all in, and you start to look in and kind of look at the gloves, Ashira, and you're kind of getting kind of settled in and trying to concentrate on them. You feel them start to, while they were kind of big and bulky, like so whatever, they're made for like much larger hands. Within a few, almost about an hour or so after you're wearing them, you feel that they've now shrunk and now kind of latched right onto your own hands, like a second skin almost. And yeah, they're very well on. You go to try to, almost uncomfortable, almost like you have like a tightness just to your own skin.
Like they're not coming off.
You can try to take them off.
Yeah.
But now you have these what looks to be like faded blue tattoos on the backs of your hand as well now. And you have to look kind of closely to even see that you're wearing these things, that they are wearing leg gloves, because they actually now look almost like that your own hands, just a little bit wider, a little bit thicker on your fingers than they were before. But
So it's in like a different language, or it's just like hieroglyphics type of
the
situation?
tattoos, they're more like tribal shaped, kind of tribal kind of markings that go up to, these gloves go up to, above your wrist.
Mm-hmm.
And as you kind of contemplate them and you kind of nod off to sleep, Kaz, you are on first watch, watching over everyone, and
I rolled a 23 on perception to see if I realized that those were some Goliath hands she just put on.
They are, the markings on the back are enough. Give me a 20, because you are coming back, right?
I've never been to the tribe. My father had been. I was born.
So it's your father. So give me a history check.
22.
Yeah, so enough of it that you recognize that those now look a lot like she's got tattoos on her hand, and to the point even that you recognize that those are tribal of one of the Icewind Dale tribes. That, as far as you can see, that they would go up all the way up the arm. But those are the part, those are very clearly what those were supposed to be.
Yeah.
All right. And as you drift off, Ashira, and as you take up watch, scanning the horizon, we will call it a night there. And we'll see what happens upon the morrow.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Sweet.
Welcome back, Rebecca.
Yeah.
Welcome
It is
back.
good to be back.
Nice to meet you.
It is very nice to meet you.